Hello, Joel here. My turn this week to do a coaching overview. So a couple of days ago, we met up with Rob Welsh, club member, who just felt like his short game was kind of letting him down a little bit. So certainly sort of pitching and bunker play. So what we initially worked on, so at the top is one of Rob's first swings. So setup was very good, but what Rob struggled with was his consistency of strike. So he would tend to kind of catch the ground a little bit early, or if not, catch the ball a little bit clean, a little bit thin. So struggling to control the low point in his arc. So what we kind of initially kind of saw was the first part of his backswing was very, very handsy, very armsy. Club face would get a little bit open and the club would work very inside and behind him. Okay, so there wasn't a lot of chest turn coming away. It was more arms as the golf club worked back. Okay, what would then happen is because the arms were so far behind him, the club would tend to bottom out a little bit early in the arc, catch a little bit early, ground first, some fat shots, and as I say, also some thins. If Rob did manage to catch the ball cleanly, what we would find is the ball would launch very high and wouldn't particularly come out with a huge amount of backspin. Okay, so what we then worked on, which is at the bottom of the screen, is we worked on a takeaway position where we're feeling the chest and the arms, but predominantly the chest and the sternum, bringing the golf club away and letting his arms follow. Okay, so this was his little practice routine to give himself the feeling of the hands out in front of him, and also feeling the golf club coming away a little bit more closed. So kind of maintaining the loft of the golf club a little bit better. Okay, so that was his then practice swing. And then as we then bring the golf club away, we can see from here, the chest has come away better. The club face is a little bit more closed. The golf club is still a little bit more behind him as much as it wants to be. But for the first part of the lesson, that's very good. You can see there at the top is his before. Golf club very behind, very inside. Can hit a lot of very heavy shots. We can see that position, that shaft is a little bit more in line. Hands are a bit more in front of him and into a better position. So what he can do from there is he's able to then strike and control his low point better, strike the ball a little bit cleaner. We can see how much lower that golf ball is launching. So it's coming out lower. It's coming out with a lot more backspin as well. Okay, so better chest turn on the way back, keeping the arms in front of him. And then as he's swinging through, getting the chest turning through the golf ball better, getting his chest pointing at the target at the end of the swing. Okay, we can see that's a lot better. If we look at the end of his swing before at the top, very armsy, very flippy, very underneath the shot, to there, you can see how his chest is pointing very much more to the right. So at the bottom, the after swing, a lot better finish position. So what we actually got Rob feeling is from that setup position on the bottom screen there, we could try to get him hitting the golf ball almost out towards the putting green to try and get his chest turning left. Because the club face was staying very square, that ball was still starting straight, but a lot better launch angle, and he was able to control his low point and control his strike a lot better. So yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do, but some very good changes there, Rob. And keep plugging away and you'll see your scores tumble down for 2022. If there is any help you need with your golf games, either give myself a shout or Lawrence and Grant. We're all here to help you. Any questions, please feel free to contact us. See you soon.